Welcome back, folks. It's your boy Mike. I'm the Activist Mechanic, and it's a beautiful, crisp January day here in Dallas. And one of the things that I love about living down here is just being able to drive the 911 a lot more than I did when I was in Omaha. The car would be in the garage 3 months a year in Omaha because of the snow and ice, and down here it's almost 60 degrees yesterday. So I've taken the opportunity to get out here in the garage and do a little thing on the car that I've been meaning to do for a while. So today we're going to replace some speakers. Now, I want to show you the interior door panel of our 87 911 here, and this is a stock panel, and what you'll notice is that the armrest here that usually has a pocket that goes along here is missing. Now, I bought the car this way, so at some point somebody took it off, and I've looked at replacing it, but what I really want to do is replace this with some RS door pulls. So if anybody has any, hit me up because I'm interested. And what those look like are just a door handle here, and then instead of opening the door with this lever, you have a red, generally a red piece of material that you just pull to open the door. It cuts down, it probably does save some weight, but it's just a cleaner look. Those panels were on the early RS cars to save weight. And I just think they're really cool. And honestly, like with this missing this pocket here, it looks kind of silly having this armrest like this is, or lack thereof. So yeah, eventually I want to get some of those. I've looked at some online. I nearly bought some, but haven't got it. But so I thought I'd wait on this job before I got those door panels, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. So what we're going to do today is replace these 5 1/4 inch speakers. Now, put this one sideways. So I've got these hideous looking speakers here. These are Infinities. And then you'll notice over there, I've got a completely different speaker, or speaker cover at least. That looks like it's what kind of speaker is this? A Polk, all right? Now, they work. I was just testing them, and I'm not really a big audio guy. Of course, I had some booms back in the day in high school and stuff, but the best audio in this car for me is really the engine. So if I'm on the highway, I won't have the windows down typically, depending on the weather. But if I'm just driving around locally, I'll put the windows down, get some cool air in there, and just listen to the Bisimoto pulse chamber sing. So. But I do like to listen to a lot of podcasts, and if I drive to work, it's 35 minutes. So I do enjoy having nice music. And I had this Pioneer deck put in when I first bought the car a few years ago, and it just plays MP3s and Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff. It's great. And then in the back here, a previous owner put these hideous 6x9s, and those are, looks like, I can't really tell what those are. But you can see they're kind of mounted funny. I don't know, maybe that's how they all are, but those are also pretty hideous. So I'd like to go back to something that looks a little bit more stock. They sound fine. I mean, the majority of the music comes from the rear, so you don't even really hear these speakers that much because these 6x9s dominate so much. But I'd like to just put some more simple wire mesh covers on the back of those. I'm not going to mess with those today. That might be something for somebody else, because just getting back there, I don't really know how to operate all that, but these should be pretty easy. So what we got here are some Rockford Fosgate R1 5 1/4 inch speakers, R152 5X2. I got these on Amazon. These are not expensive, folks. I think I paid like 40 bucks. Again, I'm not an audiophile, so if you comment and say these are trash, you're probably right. But what I liked is that it had a very clean look, simple wire design, wire mesh design. Here, let's take a look at the actual speaker here. So, get some schmutz on there. One thing I'm not wild about is the Rockford Fosgate logo here, which I'll see if I can, if you can see it. But I'm not wild about that, but it's red, so it pops against the car, and it won't be too noticeable. But this is just going to be a much cleaner look. So this should be a pretty easy process here. What's great about these is that the speakers all sit on the outside of the door panel, so I don't need to pull this panel off. I'm just going to take this grill off and undo 4 screws, and the speaker will come out, and I'll wire this up, and we should be good to go. So this would be pretty short. So the first thing is we're just going to pull this thing off. This just comes straight off. Pretty easy. Man, this thing's ugly. Not as ugly as the other one, but this is very ugly. We've got 4 screws in here. You can see there's a lot of schmutz on that speaker, so just take these out. Make sure we hang on to the screws here. just in case we do need to reuse them. I've not really done much speaker related stuff, wire, you know, anything wiring or electrical I'm kind of crap at. Well, I'm crap at everything, but this stuff in particular, I don't really want to mess with it too much. So, you know, like I didn't put the deck in. I've tried doing that in the past, but you know, I don't know. I know it's pretty easy, especially, you know, you get a crutch filled on the line and it's, you know, you just pull them out and that's it. But I just leave that up to somebody else. So, all right. Speaker's about to fall out. See if I can do this with one hand. Oh, here we go. All right, so here we go. So 2 wires, pretty simple, right? We've got the black and white one and looked like the power one. I'm guessing that should be red. So let's just remove those 2. So that should come off there. This should come off here. Okay, make sure we don't lose those. Put that away, that's ugly. Okay, let's get our new speaker and see what we got on the back here. So it looks like we have, they're gonna make this really easy, right? So there's the little receiver here, the bigger receiver here. So this is for the black one here, which is the, I believe that's the neutral. If I'm wrong, don't sue me. This is just how bad I am. So let's see if we can get this thing on here. How does this go? Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. All right, we got this to work. I mean, pretty simple, right? But, you know, nothing's simple in this car for me. Everything takes a while. So, again, same kind of thing. We got 4 screws on here. I'm going to cover that up and slap that bad boy on there and test it out. And we'll move on to the other one. All right, so got everything buttoned up here. One thing we did change is that the screws that were sent with the Rockford Fosgate, let's see, were too long. So, you know, when you stuck these in, you could see the speaker pushing out. So the screws were going into the metal behind it, and this was bowing out. So I took some other screws that I had, hit it with a little bit of black spray paint just to kind of blend in a little bit more. It seems to be a better fit. So we're going to see what we got over here on this one and see if we can get that one to work too. So here we are on the driver's side, and you can see that this is a completely different speaker. This is a Polk, and the bolts are on the outside here. So that should be pretty easy to take that off. Man, this thing's pretty ugly. So let's get that off and get this new one on there. All right, so same thing as the other side. Let's take these 2 connectors off. There's the big one. This is the smaller one. All right, let's get rid of this. Who knows? Could be a good speaker, but sure is ugly. So we're gonna get rid of that. All right, same thing over here. We've got our bigger setup here. So let's get that one on. And these things are they got these things clamped down really far. So there's one, and this one should make 2. Get on there. Yep. Come on now. All right. Yep. Okay. Perfect. All right. It's going to fit in there like that. Got our grill to go on top. So, you know, we're going to have the same issue with the bolts on this side too. So let's see what I can find and see if we can put some in there that fits a little bit better. All right, so these are the bolts that came out of the speaker that we just took out, but obviously they're silver and they fit. You know, they don't recess into the new grill, but they do get kind of flush, so they don't look too bad. But I'm gonna hit these with a little bit of black spray paint just to kind of darken that up so it doesn't stick out too much. I mean, we could just go and take the ones that they gave us and find some shorter ones, but I mean, I don't feel like going to the store to buy 4 bolts. So let's just hit these with a little bit of black paint. And again, this is not going to be perfect, right? But we're just trying to darken these up so they don't come out too much. You can see that because of this stream I'm spraying, kind of blows it off. But all right, let those dry and see how they come out. All right, good enough for now. Probably what I'll do is go out and see if I can find some shorter screws some other later time, and I'll just swap those out. That should be a pretty easy fix. So let's get these things in there. All right, got the last one on there. It looks pretty good. The screws actually did recess into the cover, so that worked out pretty good. Looks like we might be able to get this a bit more flush. Doesn't look great. All right, well, it's gonna work for now. And then, so we got the other one over there. We got this one here. I think that looks pretty good. Last thing to do is test them out. Let's see what we got here. Yep. Sounds good. All right, so that's it today. Again, stupid little cheap, fix here, but I think it looks a lot better. Sounds fine. I mean, it's going to be fine either way. But yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Try to get you guys some better content with more fixes. So let me know in the comments, like, is there anything you want to see me do? Hopefully we'll take the car out on the track. We got a few things we need to address before that for the summer. So anyways, stay tuned. Appreciate it.